Hey guys, this is Baconfly here, and today we're going to go through the community forums on financialpeace.com, Dave Ramsey's website, and we're going to go over some questions that users have. So this user, Amber O, says, "Hi everyone, excited to be here. Finally getting in the groove of my budgeting with the Every Dollar app. I'm curious if any of you have answers for the following." She goes on to say that she uses Digit to pay off student loans, credit cards, and to make extra payments on them. Is this acceptable or should she ditch it? She says do I add payments to my credit cards or the payments from my bank account under the credit card tracking? I'm a little lost where to track me. Oh, English. Paying and also the loan decreasing. If I add both, they balance each other out. It looks like I'm not paying it off. Help. Any other tips on budgeting with the ED app? Feel like I'm already crushing my debt and motivated to get to BS3, baby step 3, which is saving 3 to 6 months of expenses ASAP. Okay, so my opinion here is that yes, you can use whatever you want. Using Digit, you would just put in the amount, whatever you're paying extra on, you would just put that into the app. So it's not difficult. You just have to know how much you're paying on Digit and then input that amount. That's how you would do it. And then it says here, if do I add payments to my credit cards or the payments from my bank account under the credit card tracking? Well, you could just make if you were really super confused on this, you could just make a custom expense. So here you see this is kind of my budget. It's super outdated, so don't go thinking that this is how much I spend or whatnot. But you see when you scroll down, you can go to debt, and you go to section debt, and then there's credit card, and you just put in the plan. And then every time the payment goes through, you would put it here. The problem is that she's trying, what Amber here is trying to do, is she's trying to connect Digit to Every Dollar. And you don't want to do that because that's not going to work. I mean, you could probably get some third-party app to do it, but that's kind of risky. I would just use your bank account, because that's what everyone else uses. Digit wouldn't make it more secure. The whole thing that Dave Ramsey says is that payment, it doesn't make it more secure to use a credit card than a debit card. It doesn't make it more secure to use a third-party app to pay down your credit card. It's the same concept. And so I ended up replying here. I just said, do what you feel most comfortable with, but I mean, Digit's going to show up the same on your bank account as Capital One or Bank of America would, right? And then as per her second part where she was talking about how to add credit cards to the Dave Ramsey Every Dollar app, I just said, she can just fill in the blanks for credit card. Anyways, moving on to the next question. Do this. Okay. So Kim is a user on here. She asks, my husband and I are 57, 60 years old, I'm guessing respectively. Unfortunately, we have only became more financially responsible in the last year when we started baby step 2. We had $138,000 in debt and are now down to $94,000. We anticipate getting out of baby step 2 in 2023. I'm worried about retirement. We have a little invested already, but the clock is ticking. Can we budget for a contribution to our retirement fund now while on baby step 2? Okay, so let's say she started a year ago. If she started a year ago and she paid down about $54,000, no, $44,000, my bad. She paid down $44,000. So it's going to take her, it'll take her in 2023. So, I mean, they'll be like 63, 60. So I think she shouldn't get off of track on the baby steps. She needs to stay on track. There's no reason why they can't retire. if it had zero in retirement, that would be bad. But it's actually quite easy to have enough for retirement. So they have Social Security still. You got to keep that in mind. They're not relying on that though. They have to build back their retirement savings. So what they can do is, after they pay off his debt, depending on how much money they're making, they can put in about, I would say, $1,200 a month for 15 years. If they wanted to expedite that, they could do $2,400 a month into retirement for about 7.5 years. And if they average 12%, they could be millionaires, more than millionaires. Okay, so I was wrong. It looks like I just did the calculation, and it looks like they'd have to put in $2,235 a month on average, with an average rate of return of 12% for a period of 15 years to get to $1 million net worth. Unless they own a house, it's gonna take them a while either way to get to $1 million, but they don't necessarily need $1 million because they're kind of old. They're on the older side. They might be more content with life. I'm just trying to think how to respond to this. I guess I'm gonna take a crack at it. All right, so I start off the reply by saying, thanks for posting. I'll give my 2 cents. Having the mortgage helps because they can sell the home later for equity or for cash if they need to downsize, if they need, extra money to live off of. And then it'll also be good that they'll soon take out Social Security, which they can then reinvest in the stock market at a higher interest rate, because Social Security has averaged 8%, whereas the market can average 10 to 12%. Now, I also say don't deviate from the baby steps because, you can invest $2,360 a month for 7.5 years, averaging 12%. They can hit $500K in their nest egg, and then that's a good amount of money to live off of. So this is another math-related question that can be easily answered, and you can easily resolve something and help someone out. Just taking out a calculator and calculating out, what retirement's going to be like. This person, Sam, asks, what are good books for learning stocks, markets, and mutual funds knowledge? And so, I'm just going to reply with Rich Dad, Poor Dad, because that's the staple. So there you have it, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Another good book to read is Think and Grow Rich. That's another good book. It doesn't really talk about necessarily stocks and like mutual funds, but it does talk about, how to set goals and how to obtain them and how to get in the right mindset of becoming a successful person in life. So I think this is so funny. This is 18 days ago too. Someone's like having problems with every dollar sinking with their bank or vice versa. I just say, help center, request help will be your best bet. 17 days later. All right, well, hopefully that helped. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. What do you think about this video? Do you want to see more? And yeah, that's it. See ya.